head and then I'll just write it down. And when I even start like making it, something else will just come, like different designs will just come, and then I'll just start making that stuff. The new collection that I just released, I called it like the sand collection. I basically used like sand beads to make most of the designs in that collection. And then I used a bit of like stones, like nail bracelets. So instead of like just using it to just do ordinary bracelets, I also use those beads to make earrings. So I like this type of bead, yeah. So I used this agate stone and then I mixed it with sand beads to make earrings. And then the waist beads, I used sand beads and also like some crystal stones just to make it different. Because I know like regular waist beads are just like straight, but then I just wanted mine to look different, and like when you see it, you know that okay, this is something different, and when you wear it you feel like very confident because like you're different from your design is different from what everybody else is wearing. So, and then I also worked with cowries. I worked with like lots of pearls and stuff. My fellow students in like Bells University, we did this fashion shoots. Like I made some designs, so I told all of them to wear them, and then we did like this small shoot in school. It was a very nice shoot. It was like outdoor, and then they were just like wearing it and having fun. They were gisting, and yeah, it was really cute. I want them to feel very confident and beautiful. Like whenever they wear like a bolo and del piece, they are always proud to go anywhere they want to go. Especially like my newest designs, like anytime I wear them, I always feel very like different. I want it to be like as big as it can get. Even like going international, I definitely want to like showcase my designs on like Lagos Fashion Week sometime very soon.
We all love box braids, but when the style starts to get old, the edges and roots start to grow out, and your first instinct is to take them out. Not too fast though. You can extend the life of your hairstyle for just a bit longer. Tame loose strands with some hot water, redo your edges with the help of gel or edge control, and then get creative with simple styling ideas. Gather a section from the front of your hair, almost as though you're making a side part. Make a chunky braid out of this section and tuck it toward the rest of your braids, which you will then gather up into a ponytail. Similar to the braided swoop, this style is also super easy and quick. First things first, you gather your braids to one side. Take a quarter of the braids in the front and make a side bang. Then, instead of a ponytail, you gather all the strands into a low bun. Another easy style and also a classic. Pull half of your hair up into a ponytail at the very top of your head and leave the other half down and two loose strands in the front to accomplish a very chic look. Grab some fabric and wrap your braids up. First, gather your braids into a high ponytail and secure it. Then, take the hair and wrap it in a circular fashion so that you create a high bun. Secure the base of your bun with a cute scarf to score major style points. Don't let your old hair hold back your personal style. Create two small buns in the front and let the hair in the back drape down for a look that is very modern. Hairstyles like these are great when it comes to hiding rough edges, as long as all the loose hair is tucked under a jumbo crown braid, a twist or faux bang. Just pick a style that you like and have fun with it.
NTA, you can't beat the reach.
There is an epidemic affecting individuals in every community, regardless of age, economic status, gender, race, religion, or nationality. It is called domestic violence. It can take a number of forms, including physical, verbal, emotional, economic, religious, or sexual abuse. The ultimate aim of domestic violence is to gain and maintain total control over its victim. Domestic violence does not discriminate. It happens among people of all ages, ethnic background, and economic levels. While women are more commonly victimized, men are also abused, especially verbally and emotionally, although sometimes even physically as well. Unfortunately, domestic violence is among the most underreported crimes worldwide for both men and women. An abuser doesn't play fair. He or she uses fear, guilt, shame, and intimidation to wear down his or her victims and keep them perpetually under his or her control. Abusers may often seem wonderful and perfect initially, but gradually become more aggressive and controlling as the relationship continues. Here are some signs of abusive tendencies: showing jealousy of the victim's family and friends, accusing victim of cheating, controlling who the victim sees, where they go, or what they do, preventing the victim from making his or her own decision, intimidating the victim with guns, knives, or other weapons. Noticing and acknowledging the signs of an abusive relationship is the first step to ending it. Therefore, abusive behavior is never acceptable, whether it is coming from a man or a woman, a teenager or an older adult. We all deserve to be valued, respected, and safe.
This is the network service of the NTA.
The principle behind the creation and development of Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory is to build it to the standard of other cities around the world in terms of facilities and infrastructure. The question is this expectation realizable? Some road users are finding it difficult to come to terms with some developmental changes in the Federal Capital Territory, especially with some expanded roads, creating chaos on the road. We now join Daniel Opia, who is on the road. He will take us through some flash spots in the FCT for such chaos. Welcome. I am Fatima Umar.
Over time, the governments have tried in ensuring very good roads all over the country. For instance, the Area 11 in the FCT has had a facelift by constructions of better roads for the ease of movement and better traffic management. This is to ease the movement of vehicles and allow free flow of traffic. Road signs have even been installed at certain points of the roads to further aid these drivers. But what do we still see? We still see a lot of indiscipline on the road. Very unfortunate. Is this the fault of the road users or the construction structure? I guess we'll find out very soon. Come with me as I take you to 3 spots of major havoc still here in Area 11. We are now at our first spot just across from the FCDA. As you can see over here, we have a road traffic vehicle parked here to monitor the unruly behaviors of drivers on the roads. These roads are actually one-way roads, meaning that traffic should only travel in one direction. But we still tend to see a lot of road users trying to force themselves against the traffic flow. This is very wrong. We even have a bold and very brightly colored road sign. What does this road sign mean to you? It's not very hard to understand. I mean, even a child could interpret that this clearly states that no turns or bends should be tolerated in this direction. We have roadblocks, cones, and bright caution tapes, clearly still indicating that turns shouldn't be made in that direction. But users just ignore them almost as if they are non-existent. Regardless of the bold no parking signs, we still find a lot of cars parked illegally on the road, and the road officials are just watching. Come with me now as I take you to the second spot. Okay, now at the second spot, I am here on the major road leading to the Asokoro District Central Area and the FCDA NTA headquarters. As you can see over here, we have a T-junction. When coming to this junction, one needs to apply caution, as accidents can easily happen when one is driving on speed or maybe even just recklessly. When coming out of this road, taking the right turn may be convenient, but it is the wrong way. So one needs to apply caution, as driving on speed or recklessly could cause an accident. I mean, it's a bit confusing. One driver driving in, the other driving out. It's very confusing. And for some, taking the right turn might be more convenient, but it is the wrong way. You take the left turn, merge with the flow of traffic, and drive cautiously till you arrive at your destination. Stick with me as I take you to the third spot. Here we are just outside the FCDA. This road is a bit confusing as there are no road signs to guide the road users. For those coming out of the FCDA, taking a right turn is wrong because that's a one-way road that leads straight to the NTA and Central area. This road is a bit too narrow for the amount of traffic that occurs here regularly. For those driving out and the others driving in, have to apply caution and speed reduction in order to avoid collision. Take a look at the confusion that usually happens on this road. Cars move in this direction as well as come from the other end. Imagine a case where these drivers are speeding, drunk, or just being careless. It could result in a very terrible accident. As we can see, the road on the right side of the FCDA has no sign indicating that users of this road should not turn in that direction. This road might be more convenient for some drivers or shorter, but we just have to obey the signs. There are signs, you don't ignore these things. Even if there are no signs, sometimes you have to use your common sense because it's a very narrow road. As we can see, we already have somebody parked here to get water. Before he gets back, an accident could occur. Someone coming with speed from the other one-way road might not know that he's here, might not be expecting to see a vehicle here and clash into the other vehicle.
This issue of infrastructure and furnitures are very critical. And you can see in the FCT, for example, in this road that was now made to be a one-way, the signages are there, but people keep complaining that nobody told them that this is one way, when the signages are there to guide you. And that is in addition to the our own kind of reach out to people like the media houses like NTA, even radio, even social media. We are all there, and our men are physically stationed there to equally direct people. But notwithstanding, you see a lot of it is not expected of a driver who is supposed to ensure that he's not only saving his own life, but he is also has the responsibility of saving the life of others. The tires are not there to actually do anything. Most of those tires you are seeing are actually used by the police in the night for their own tire. You are only reducing the distance of the road. So we don't really need any tire. There is nothing like tire or barrier in our own cases. Most of those places where you see those things are probably the ones that are used for night patrol in order to narrow the road so that the police will have the opportunity to do their stop and search. We are trying to ensure that people does not endanger themselves while involved in the act of driving in the FCT. That is why we always make sure that the safety measures are carried out so that people does not get to injure themselves or even injure people that are on the road. They can be pedestrian, they can be other road users, so you wouldn't know. And the act of the Abuja master plant, especially the transportation master plan, is already designed in that way that people should access certain areas in a much safer way. What we are trying to do is to ensure that people does not come into the major road directly, because those roads are actually speed roads, and you have no control with the people that are coming at sometimes 80, 100 kilometers per hour, which is the actually maximum allowable speed on that road. So to avoid that is to ensure that we don't allow access from those kind of road. Instead, you have to go and take, and that is how it is everywhere in the world. You don't need, because I'm seeing the place that let me just make it sharp. No, you have to do the real thing, taking access. Okay, if you look at all the way from Gwarinfa down to Sheraton, you have never seen any infrastructure where that infrastructure is taking asset. Look at my office here. I'm not taking asset directly or hitting that road directly because it doesn't work that way. We always make sure that the safety measures are carried out so that people does not get to injure themselves or even injure people that are on the road. They can be pedestrian, they can be other road users, so you wouldn't know. And the act of the Abuja master plant, especially the transportation master plan, is already designed in that way that people should access certain areas in a much safer way than what they think is reasonably correct. But you have to go around because that is the acceptable way of having access to your own area. Ordinarily, the driver has a lot of responsibilities. That is why for you to be a driver, you must be not only physically fit, but equally mentally sound. Because what you are carrying is equally not only your lives, but the life of others. Not only the passengers that are inside your vehicle, but even other road users. Because you can crash your own vehicle and go and jump into other innocent moving vehicles or even pedestrian and equally go and injure them, or in some cases even you can have fatalities. So because of that, as a driver, once you engage your vehicle and you are inside, you know that your next line of action is to communicate with the road signages, road marking, and road signals, because these are the only thing. And in some cases, where there are traffic officers or traffic warden or any other law enforcement agency that is there to guide you to follow the traffic. So driving is a lot of responsibility because as you are on the wheel, every part of your system is working. Your eyes, your ears, and you have to have 100% concentration. Even your nose, everything, you must, I say all sense of all your organs must be working. And they must be working correctly so that you can be able to sense danger, to read danger, to see danger. Because when you are driving, all these issues come to view. So a driver must first of all communicate with the road. How? You have to look at the road signages. Is the signage telling you to slow down, that in this place you can only speed at 100, maybe at 30 kilometers per hour, 50 kilometers per hour, or is it telling you that you have reached a pedestrian crossing? Or is it telling you you reach an area where animals are crossing? Or you reach a place where probably there is a slippery area, or is a gradient, or is a railway crossing, etc., etc. So you must communicate with the signages because they are your only guidance.
For cars coming in and the others going out, caution must be applied. For this is a very narrow road, and accidents could easily occur. There's a sign there that clearly states no turning right. Learn to understand and interpret your road signs properly. Obey your road signs. The signs are not insignificant. It's back to you, Fatima.
The road can be a little confusing, true, but a good driver should be able to adjust to any new road situation. This is key. Still on that particular road, we got more insight on the road and also some tips for you as you drive.
In life, there are certain roads that are designed to ensure that people move completely without stoppage. And this is one of the roads that, this is the second of its kind. The first of its kind is the Northern Parkway. This one is the Southern Parkway. Northern Parkway is the one you get from after the mosque, around the Sheikh Musa Eradua Center, stretching through under the bridge of Zone 4, under the Wuse Market Bridge, going through on top of the Mabushi Bridge, going straight to the Life Camp roundabout, turning back this way. If you observe that road, you go straight. You don't even stop anywhere. You can slide off and bend, but you don't have to go around in a cycle. This one we are in now around the NTA headquarters here in Gariki Area 11 is the Southern Parkway, connecting the southern fling of the city. It stretches all the way after the NTA. It keeps going down. It goes down to Area 3 area. It goes down through Durumi and other areas. The road is built in a manner that it gives you the beauty of driving. Then you can drive round without even putting your leg on the brake. Very beautiful road here. Take for instance, you are leaving from the NTA and you are going round to go and turn from the other area behind the edges. You just go round, you turn, you get to where we are now, around the FCDA and the NTA Enterprise area. You go round to the Economical Center, you get to the mosque. From the mosque, you go behind the Area Center. You just take a sweet turn, not applying brake at all. And the irony of it is that people don't understand that in this road, you can even spend at least 2 minutes you have gone round. 2 minutes you are around because you don't apply brake. Nobody will obstruct you from any point. It's a sweet, beautiful road all through. But some persons who don't understand this sweetness of the road want to cut corners and go against traffic. See, if you go round, I will agree with you that the road signs, if you look around NT headquarters, we have road signs. And the minister had made it very clear those signs are not bold enough. That we must make those signs very, very bold. If you look at the other one, there's a green signboard there guiding people on what to do, but not as bold as we expected. I agree with you. We must make these signs very bold, but the signs are clear, but not as bold as we expected. But when somebody is coming out from this stage here, you know the Southern Parkway concept. These particular men who have been here for not less than 6 months or 7 months. The minister commissioned the road for 2 particular months. There was no enforcement, and we keep telling people just advocacy round. After advocacy, we commence enforcement. Then we had to arrest and keep here. And the men here have been here 247, and yet in the face of all of this, telling people every day for over 7 months, people still want to break the rule. It's not. It's a sweet road. Look at the road. You just come here. You take this way. You discover that almost no vehicle is turning. Now, look at the vehicle there. This vehicle may likely want to do something, but he has that, yeah, people are watching him. He had to turn. Had to turn. That's the irony of it. The vehicle had to turn and do what is right. The appeal we will make is for people to just enjoy the road and do what is right. If we are to take a drive around here, I bet you, we will drive around the mosques, return back to back of ages, return to FCTA, down to NTA. We are not going to spend 3 minutes. A sweet, sweet road at that. So there are enough signs, but the signs need to be bold. Bold that people can see from afar. Enforcement team are always pinned down here 247. The ones who go to ages here and are trying to quickly just divert into FCDA. They want to just divert into FCDA, and the guy will keep turning them and showing them that they must go around and fulfill the concept of the Southern Parkway here. I agree with you. Whatever sign we have will be bold. If you are in speed, accident even happen on the best of road. Accident even happen anywhere. If you are coming here to join this road, you slow down there. If the guy is entering, the guy enter here, you die, you come out peacefully. But you must be patient enough with time. This one is coming alone now. The other ones who are coming in to go to NTA, to go to FCDA, to go to Aegis, this one is coming. The one has slowed down now. Watch carefully, and this one is entering very sweetly here. You see the beauty of it. Now look at something wrong here. Taxi drivers looking for passenger. Are you seeing them here looking for passenger? You see them? They are slowing down the entire movement here. This one is confused, not even knowing where to go. He wants to go somewhere. He don't even understand the road. Are you getting me now? He wants to go somewhere. Now he's slowing down everybody. Now he ought to be on the slow lane to even inquire. Now he's going to that other lane. That's an officer there. If you can pan a little, officer is there now, getting angry with everybody. He's so upset that people are not obeying the rules. You can't park here. They want to park here. He's so upset. You see people now coming here. Those who are coming this way now. That particular man now wants to brake. Should he brake? Yes. Should he break the rule? He's going to meet someone there. You see it now? He needs to go, but he's slowing down to slow down, looking for passenger. Are you seeing now? Looking for passenger and watching if he can get passenger. The sad irony of it. There have been enough advocacy. If something have been done for over 6-7 months, 6-7 months every day here, and when you keep saying, now, look, now, you see, she's going against traffic. Now, they're going to stop her there. She's going against traffic. You watch that now. You watch that now. The man is stopping her and telling her to go back. All the cars are coming in one direction. One person is going against traffic in that direction. Now, the person is being turned. Look at the arrow now. Traffic is being slowed. Very dangerous turn here. You observe this. Very, very dangerous turn here. These people have been here year in, year out, and yet people just don't want. Now she's going there. In less than 3 minutes, you will see the lady will come back here. Or 2 minutes, if she's going to take her back, she will be through with where she's going to. You can see the VIO man is going to warn him. He's warning him now to please vacate. That is wrong. Advocacy, if it is to arrest, he can jump in and arrest. But he chooses the part of constant advocacy, telling them to do what is right. And the more he keeps speaking, the more some guys keep breaking the law. He has been there. Look at the way he has been moving since. He has constantly, until he will be changed. He walks, he doesn't sit, he doesn't rest. Now, he's telling the other man that, hey, guy, if you want to go here, go here. If you want to go, look at him telling the other man, you can't park here. Either you go in or you go to somewhere. You can't park on the speed lane movement point here. It's a sweet concept here. And the lawmaker called me and said, look, she so loved this road that sometimes she wants to gist with friends. She just pick them on the road and just drive around. And they just like Abuja. Sweet road. With enough advocacy over time, clamping can come in. But for now, we do few arrests of those who are coming on a long stretch from the mosques very stubbornly, and we do more of advocacy, telling people, if you watch all this throughout this interview now, he has been talking to them, conscientizing them. I think it's beautiful. Those who are caught will be taken to VIO office here, DRTS office, particularly the one at the Secretariat here, and they will make to pay very severe fine, ranging from 5,000 to about 30,000 naira. So be patient. It's very good. This man wants to come in now. He must stop. You watch him now? He's stopping, he watch, then he's coming in. Next man is coming in, the other guy must stop. Are you getting me now? This guy must slow down. This one have gone against traffic by coming this way. That other man has slowed down. This other one is coming. That man has pushed this car this other way. When this car goes in, that other car goes in. It's just about being patient. That's number one. Number two, you don't need to overspeed. If you overspeed at this point here, it's a very speed-moving point here. But those who are connecting from all this area, look at this beautiful driving. He gets there, he watches carefully, he goes in. The road is free, other people had come, they've watched slowly, they are all going in. It's sweet if you learn it. very sweet if you learn the process. It's going to help everyone if you sweet if you learn the process, and it's lot beautiful for every one of us here. That's what we will do. Then the other one is for us to master road signs. Master road signs. As you're driving, you check for road signs. Look at road signs, check for them. When you see them, you follow them. It's very beautiful. Even if they may not be as bold as we want them, the kind of one we see crossing major roads here, let's still try to look at road signs and obey road signs very much. The other one is for us to master our own road traffic book. It's very important here.
Ignorance is never an excuse. Know the road signs and obey them immediately. If you understand the road, your trip becomes easier and hassle-free. As always, you can follow the program on our social media handle on Twitter at RoadMattersNTA or send a mail to roadmatters@nta.ng. Until the next episode, I am Fatima Umar. Do the right thing as you drive, because change can and should start with you. For a safer road. Bye-bye.
Nigeria is Africa's most populous nation, with cultural and media influence throughout the entire continent. But it's facing a conservation crisis. Its wildlife and national parks are highly endangered by poaching and illegal logging. It's the epicenter of the illegal trade in ivory and pangolin scales, with tons of products representing thousands of animals seized in recent times by customs. It has strong demand for illegal bushmeat that endangers animals and risks introduction of zoonotic disease. But Nigeria could be a conservation leader. With Lagos leading the way, Nigeria is updating its wildlife legislation. It's improving its wildlife law enforcement, and it's revolutionizing its public awareness. WildAid and its Nigerian partners are launching the largest ever conservation awareness program in Africa to drastically increase coverage of wildlife issues. Working with government agencies, working with the media, working with prominent Nigerian ambassadors.
Report suspicious activity and wildlife crime.
To promote Nigeria's national parks. To promote wildlife law enforcement. To raise awareness of the dangers of illegal bushmeat. And to promote alternatives. Nigeria can go from crisis to becoming a leader in conservation.
So let's do the right thing.
Tell your families and friends to say no to illegal bushmeat.
Keep them wild.
Keep them wild.
Keep them wild. Keep us safe.
And keep us safe.
Did you get to see the way Ntalive about to post this?
Don't forget to send in your messages.
There's a difference between picking, child, and issue.
بأيديكم إلى التهلكة. That is can do more with less people.
If we have a better way of addressing these issues, taking care
Congratulations, you were able to sign Timo Werner from RB Leipzig.
So you take water before your workout.
People have used their phone, using TikTok to do this.
Should I go for test?
A lot of people don't even have resources.
I'm Cecil, and this is the Medley Show on NTA.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the U-Report link. And be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, your access to real-time information.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Welcome to your program, Health Options. Gone are the days when no one seems to have answers to what causes cancer, as we have come to know that over 90 to 95% of the causes of the disease revolve around environmental factors and lifestyle, while genetic factors account for only 5%. New studies have also confirmed that every person alive has some cancer cells inside the body. When it comes to cancer prevention and healing, there are many ways to support the body that may not readily come to mind. Yes, there are options available through holistic or integrative medicine to cancer patients. That's our focus on this episode of Health Options. Thanks for joining us on the program. I am Rabi Abdullah. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Health Options, and we're looking at cancer prevention and treatment from integrative medicine approach. And to take us through the discussion is Dr. John Tor Abide. He's an integrative medicine expert. Dr.
My
John.
pleasure, Ravi. Always good to be here with you.
Just start by, letting us know what cancer is all about and how it forms in the human body to start with.
Cancer doesn't come from the moon, doesn't come from the blues. It's the same, the body cells that have actually deviated and become aberrant. And they say goodbye to their normal brothers, that we've gone our ways. And you have underlying factors that actually predisposes to this setting, that makes the same body cells now say, we cannot live under the same conditions with you. In summary, we say that a cancer cell is a normal cell that became abnormal and would not die a natural cell death. Normally cells, after they live for some time, they die. That is a process medicine calls or scientists call apoptosis. That is normal cell death. A cancer cell is a cell also that has evaded that natural cell death as well as evolved some metabolic mechanisms around it for survival. Because take for example the normal way that the body produces energy in the body cells produce energy is respiration, what they call aerobic respiration. Yeah. Cancer cells no longer undergo energy production through aerobic respiration. They go via what you know as anaerobic respiration. Okay. A normal cell through that process of aerobic respiration will produce 36 ATP molecules. What is ATP? Simply put, that is the energy currency. Okay. Why cancer will take one molecule of carbohydrate or glucose and produce only 2 ATP molecules. Wow. You can see that. Yes. Cancer cells, once they say bye-bye to their normal, normal cell, they evolve a different mechanisms of blood supply, known as angiogenesis. That is formation of new blood cells. They have their own pathways, so that you have their own blood that is supplying, nutrients to them. They depend independently. Another hallmark of cancer cells, because the environment has changed of the body. Usually the body pH should be in alkaline range. Yeah. But when the body becomes acidic, that is below 7, a pH of 7, that is acidic environment. Under those conditions, cancer cells cannot cannot survive under oxygen.
How do the cancer cells become harmful? If you and I have cancer cells dormant in us, what triggers the cells to become harmful to us?
A cell that is damaged and has a potential to become cancerous or is cancerous, the immune system will just trap it. We have special immune cells known as the natural killer cells. Their job is that they recognize surveillance. Once they see the wrong cell,
the
say
soldiers.
That, yes,
soldiers.
The soldiers.
Okay.
Good. The soldiers, they say, no, you don't belong to here. Boom. Then they kill it. But when the immune system fails, the soldiers are disarmed. They no longer have the ability to trap and kill those strange cells. That is the major difference. And that's why we said, like all diseases, we get cancer only and if only when our immune system is compromised. Because what is happening is this. If you look at the bulk size of a tumor, take about 5.5 cubic centimeters of a tumor, what mammography will diagnose at that stage, you have over 1 billion cancer cells that have escaped that surveillance mechanism. They have established their own independence. And once they establish that independence, there is proliferative multiplication of those cells. It takes 10 years for cancer cells to move from what the doctor will not diagnose that you're cancer. It's taken over 10 years. There are various stages. Simply put, that cell that became aberrant, it takes 90 days for it to become 2. It takes 2 years for it to become 10.
And because there become so many that the devices could easily pick them up.
That is it. And talking about that is why now we know that there is a limitation between mammography and thermography. Mammography, by the time it picks cancer cells, it will say mammography is a test of anatomy. That is to say that the size of the tumor has to be over 0.5 cubic centimeter.
Before
before mammography can pick it. Yes.
Wow.
Today we have several tests, including thermography, that can detect less than 300 cancer cells. Precisely, thermography will detect cancer cells that, in the body that are 254. It is easier for you to do it with 254 than you wait until it comes to over 1 billion.
I was surprised during my research to discover that actually 90 to 95% of the causes of cancer are due to environmental factors and lifestyle, while 5% is just genetic factors.
That's true. So the mutation is caused by what? Mutation is caused by toxins. Unfortunately, when we hear the word toxins, especially in medical parlance, we only think about toxemia. Simply put, when you talk about toxins, there are two types of toxins. You talk about the toxins that comes from the environment.
That's what the environmental factors.
Environmental factors.
Okay.
What are the factors? In the last 20 or 30 years, there has been an exacerbated and increased use of pesticides, chemicals, all these things in the environment. There are over 80,000 different environmental chemicals, toxins, that if they enter the body, they go and interfere and perturb with the function of the DNA, rendering it useless in its innate ability to repair the cancer cells or to repair the damaged cell, that it should not become, cancerous. So that is the key. So in summary, yes, the past we know, and even now, when you look at breast cancer, they go into the details of then the classifying it based on the genome or genome type. You have the BRCA1 genes or the BRCA2 genes and all those BRCAs. They're telling you about the genes. There is no doubt about that. We know the body has what you call the suppressor genes that actually suppresses those genes that have the tendency of making the cells, cancerous. But if the environment comes in, the environmental toxins comes in, they will render those suppressor genes even useless.
The integrative medicine approach to all of this, which you're an